Engines roaring, feel the beat, Ryan and John can't be beat, on the Fastlane, so sleek, gotta rev up, hit the street, ooh yeah, Fastlane, all night, feel the speed, feel the light.
And we're back, ladies and gents. The Fast Lane brought to you by Betterfy. And of course, some exciting stuff happening with Sunland Private Wealth coming up soon as well. And looking forward to talking about some really nice experiences. And also for those of you who have reached a certain part of your life where you're looking at diversifying your portfolio, looking at what options exist for you offshore, locally, we'll have a expert joining the Fast Lane soon, just to cover those bases for you. But what a time it's been. It's been 2 wheels. I called MM93. Well, there wasn't rocket science for you to call MM93. But what a season for the Marquez brothers.
Yeah, look, I mean, you say that, but in those conditions, it could be anyone's race. We've seen Zarco and a few of the other guys quite quick in that mixed conditions. But Bagnaia is really...
I love saying his name.
I know, everybody does. And everyone asks me, is it really...
Bagnaia.
I'm like, it's Bagnaia.
I wonder if Brad Binder's told him like a little bit about certain South African words. I don't know. Anyway.
I don't know. But look, he really is battling. He's nowhere near the top at the moment. He seems to somehow creep into third place every time. But Alex Marquez did very well after an injury. He managed to do well. But Marc Marquez, I mean, in those conditions, he just ran away with it.
What was the little... The
little... I was trying to think, what could we do? Like... put you on the mountain bike and you can do something. I'll cycle.
My luck is I fall off and break like a collarbone.
Yeah, it's trending. It's that guy on that rowboat thing that does that little ninja oak on there.
Yes, of course.
But very cool, very trendy. But unfortunately for Brad, again, they just seem to be really struggling with the bike. He was the only one that actually finished on the KTM. The rest of the guys either were injured or fell out. So, but they move.
Massive fight in the middle of the field. I mean, I was watching him, contest at sixth place, and it was that was quite a highlight to watch because it
was quite incredible. Someone was telling me something interesting with the brakes, how they stick their foot out and able to then, because I was trying to work out because that you got the brake on the front with the handle, and then you got the foot brake normally on a motorbike. But I was thinking, well, how do they do that?
When they lift off?
Yeah, completely. But I think they've got some sort of mechanism on the handlebars that's able to do. But I mean, the coordination, and you think at those speeds to do all of this and lower the bike as they come out the corners, and it's become quite a art.
It has.
But
speaking of South Africans that are doing well, let us do this, and I hope it goes through.
Technology, gotta love it.
Hello.
Hot off a DTM win, ladies and gents, it's Jordan Pepper.
Woo!
What's up, boys? How are we doing?
We're elated. We're elated to have you back. This is so lekker and special to have you back on the Fast Lane. But how are you feeling? How are you still? Are you still? You must be still buzzing.
Yeah. Look, I mean, I've had a week off to fully soak it in. I propped up my true trophies right next to my TV here, so I can stare at them every day.
Well, I mean, Jordan, what a proud moment. I mean, like for us sitting at home and, supporting you and watching you win. I mean, with that South African flag, and your family was there, which is always nice. Your dad, they showed a nice picture of him standing there looking up at you. I mean, it's like emotional, even for us on our couch at home. We sit there and we're like almost trying not to shed a tear for you. But it's just so proudly like South African. We're also proud when we're racing over there. Sure. And I mean, you're setting such a great example for youngsters to aspire to want to get over there and race. So, from our side, well done. But I mean, that emotion on the podium, what was that like?
Extreme. I think also I had like two different feelings in 2 weeks, obviously with winning Spa 24-hour and DTM back to back. Spa was a big emotion of relief because I think those 24-hour races you pour your heart and soul into, and it was my 9th Spa when the previous 8 always had a shot at a win, but it never really went my way. And it was just disappointment leaving the event always. And I kind of just decided it's not a race that I'm ever going to win. Like I'm 10 years into my career now. I've never come even close, like not even stood on the podium. So to go all the way to the top step straight away was just relief and a dream come true. And then to back it up a week later, which is something I've dreamt of since being a child, is to compete in DTM and then to win in DTM at Norris Ring, which is the biggest event of the year in terms of spectators and you know, a historic event. That was just pure elation. That was just pure joy to have my dad there. When I saw him when I got out the car was incredible.
I get goosebumps.
I'm sitting here with goosebumps, thinking how you've etched your name into the history books back-to-back weekends, and I'm literally, as you're talking, to John's point, I'm getting goosebumps, thinking this is just it's like it's still unbelievable. It's just so incredible, and people don't realize the kind of the length that it's taken you to get where you are. You know, the hard work you've had to put in, the sacrifice you've had to put in, the 10 years of utter devotion and commitment, and being away from home, being away from your home base. It's a lot of work getting there.
Yeah, look, at least I can save beating John on the paddle courts when I'm away from that.
I'm glad he got a game in. I'm watching him. He doesn't realize. I see when he signs up, I was going to joke and log into the game and say, I'm keeping an eye on you.
No, but in all seriousness, it's motorsport's a crazy one. I think, well, it's sports in general. Like you look at all the, you know, there's a lot of stuff always floating around, especially in today's social media era. You see so many clips of interviews and stuff, and you know, like how little top high-end sportsmen actually win at the peak and pinnacle of their sport.
Yes,
just shows to what level it is out there, firstly, and that it's just not a domination sport. Like sport, just in general, doesn't just get dominated by any one person. So when you have moments like these where success comes, I think that elation, that joy, that feeling is so much better because you go through so much more, a lot of hard work. It can be years between victories. It's not just months or weeks, you know. And I was lucky enough that I had 2 back-to-back weekends that went really extremely well. But, you know, like it's a lot of effort that goes into it, and that some years you can be competitive, some years not. And, you know, you got to be disciplined in this sport. You got to work hard, got to fix what you're not doing well, and got to be self-critical, really like good. And I think, just coming from a culture, from a background that's a fighting background, you know, like an upbringing where in South Africa you got to go get things, you got to go fight for it, you got to go do that. I think, that for sure helps us separate us in this competitive nature. You know, I don't think we had the development and the access to resources that some of the Europeans maybe had growing up, but at the same time, we have a lot different calling cards that we can pull on, and I think that shows why South Africans can be so successful in sport and especially motorsport as of recent. You know, I'm just in DTM, I'm just trying to get close to what Sheldon and Calvin achieved in the past few years, and now finally I ticked off a pole, then I've ticked off a win, so now I'm after the next.
It's happening. You are getting that Lamborghini to sing, my friend. You are getting that car to sing.
Yeah, and talking about that Lambo, because, I mean, talk us through what it's like. I mean, every time I see you get in that thing, let's just talk. I don't care what anyone says. That is the best livery on a race car. That black and gold. Oh, man. It looks fast standing still. But talk us through for the viewers, you know, and what is it like driving that car? It must be insane.
Yeah, they're incredible cars. I mean, just in general, you know, the Lamborghini itself, obviously the GT category is coming from the road car, is kind of the car is then getting purpose-built race car, obviously, but the silhouette is coming from the race car, from the road car, sharing a common chassis and stuff like that. So when you're already taking a car that is such a good car on the road and converting it into a race car, it has to be good.
Yeah.
But that's, you know, I think on that side, we're already having a head start compared to some of our competitors, you know, and, you know, it's just a car that suits me really well. I love the mid-engine cars, like the feeling and stuff, the driving feeling. It's very, very dynamic, very edgy, but I enjoy that. I enjoy like having a car that's a bit oversteery and dynamic and stuff, and that you can attack. You know, you got to. It's a little bit cliche to say, but you got to grab the bull by the horns.
I love that.
Really, so cool.
No, that's awesome.
And be aggressive with it, and it suits me. You know, and then there's obviously times where you got to obviously not push to the over extreme and manage things, but in general, I like that attacking style and that attacking nature of the car. So.
Yeah,
It's amazing.
No, it's nice to be able to, like you say, not be too cautious. You can just go out and really drive the car as hard as you want. It's awesome. But what's next? What is the next couple of events? What does the calendar look like for you now coming up?
Yeah, so I'm not just competing in the DTM. I mean, I do a lot of other stuff, a lot of endurance racing. So that's obviously where Spa falls into account. So it's a championship called GT World Challenge. It's split in two parts, sprint and endurance, 5-round endurance, 5-round sprint. We're at the halfway point of everything, actually. So got 4 more rounds of DTM coming up, which is where we're well positioned for the championship fight there in second place. And the goal is quite simple, to win the championship.
Yeah.
Easy to say now, but I think we put ourselves in a good position, which is good. And then GT World Challenge, first race back after their summer break after Spa is this weekend, but for a sprint race in Misano. So we got 2 sprint races. Then I start the DTM second half of the season again, and then we got 3 more sprint races, 2 more endurance races on the GT World side, and 4 more DTM races. So a lot of action between now and the beginning of October when it's all ending. So it's pretty much every week.
It's like you have to pinch yourself when you talk about these things.
And then straight after that, come home and paddle and
the
wine
real competition
and
starts.
sun and exactly.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's a thing this year. This year slightly different, a bit of a longer probably period here in Europe. We obviously got the new car that's just been launched recently, so a lot of testing and development on that side of things. So the South African plans are a little bit delayed, but I'll definitely be there at some point. And it's a place that I think if I don't visit once a year, I think my life will not be the same.
No.
So it's always good to be on.
And ours won't be either, because it's always lekker seeing you when you are here. Listen, Jordan, all the best for the rest of the season. We look forward to catching up with you again before we call it quits to the season ahead. And all the very best. It's really such I don't think you realize being that side, how this side, what the kind of a feeling is and sentiment towards watching you on the podium there. We are so proud. And like I said, we look forward to touching base with you again later on in the year.
Give it on, says.
Give it on, but
thanks, guys. I appreciate the support back home. And I love that it's also obviously on TV and everyone can support. I definitely get the feeling and the support, so it motivates me for sure.
Oh, I dig it. Jordan Pepper, ladies and gents. Thanks, Jordan. Cheers, bud.
Cheers, Jordan.
Cheers.
Here we go. With us, it's just, hey.
No, it's so cool. I mean, living the dream. I mean, but South Africans deserve it.
Well done.
They
I can't say enough
proper
about
competition. And I'm so proud to see the guys standing there doing so well. It's awesome. They deserve it, definitely.
Well, listen, we popped in to BMW Tygervalley. And by the way, if you're going in and you're going to look, there's an unbelievable deal on the entry level BMW, the 118, which comes fully spec'd with all the bells and whistles. We're going to show you that in a couple of seconds. But if you go in there and you say that the Fastlane sent you, right, Ryan or John, the Fastlane, they will give you the VVVIP Fastlane service package. It includes a cappuccino and an espresso and a VIP tour of the vehicle. They'll roll out the red carpet for you if you say Fastlane when you're out there. Likewise for Mini Tygervalley as well. But we popped in to have a quick chat with Chris about that amazing deal on that 118. Let's have a look. Right, the Fastlane have teamed up with our friends at BMW and Mini Tygervalley. We're doing something really cool. Have a cup of coffee on us. You'll see a couple of incredible faces over the course of the next couple of weeks. Chris and his amazing Salesforce team, Josh and his amazing Salesforce team on the floor here at BMW and Mini Tygervalley. John, everyone loves a free cup of coffee.
Oh, yes.
A Fastlane cappuccino made to your exact taste. Remember to talk about the Fastlane when you're next in the showroom, either at BMW Tygervalley or Mini Tygervalley. Pop on by, come grab a cup of coffee on us, and come and buy your next Mini or BMW. Now, the showroom is undergoing major work and it's looking spectacular.
Stunning.
The last time we were here with Chris, we were actually at a different part of this the showroom, and then it was going and looked like a part of Monaco racetrack. There was chicanes and various little bits we had to bob around it, but it's coming on and it's looking amazing. So Chris, you and the entire team out here, it really is magnificent. And more importantly, John, you and I are often a massive advocates for entry-level cars.
Yeah.
An entry to a marquee. You think about BMW, you think about 20 years ago, buying an entry-level BMW, you'd buy a car that was really entry-level. I mean, you talk about extra features and features the car have. I mean, we come from eras, all three of us, where you had to wind windows down. And I think about the first Box 3 series that came out. Obviously, but the 316 that came out back in the 80s and early 90s, they had wind down windows. You know, you had to spec your car if you wanted to get now an entry level BMW. You're talking about something that's got every bell and whistle that the marquee provides. It comes with the same features to a degree as a well-spec'd car from the same marquee. So it took bang for buck, and I want to talk specifically about this bang for buck. We're standing in front of the new 1 Series, and if you look at the entry to the brand, which is the 1 Series, the offering that they have on the floor, I think it's 720,000 for this 118. But features aside, John, value for money at 720,000 rand. So ultimately, the big question is finance, right? We see this car on the floor. It's the entry to this bespoke marquee. 726,000, but tell me my monthly payments, John. Get the calculator up and start working this out. Chris, this is where BMW Finance are going. Listen, we understand that our customers want the best possible deal. They also don't want to have to pay through their teeth to be able to drive this car on the road. What is the deal in terms of the monthly installments?
That's correct, Brian. So the payments we're offering at the moment through Select Finance, through BMW Finance, is an installment of just under 7,000 Rand a month with a 10% deposit. And then without a deposit, you're looking closer to 9,000.
I mean, that is... Okay, hang on a second. Now, hold on. Now I'm going to throw a span in the works here, because we mentioned the fact that that's our monthly payments. We're not taking into consideration the fact that we've still got to insure these vehicles. And often I pull my hair out, people going, I'm getting a great deal on my monthly repayments, but my extra expenses are things like insurance. BMW going, we understand, they'll cover the first year's insurance fee.
Yeah, that's correct.
Can you believe it? All in at that price? What are you waiting for? I'd get down to Tygervalley as soon as possible. Come and see Chris and the team at BMW Tygervalley. Get behind the wheel of the all-new 118 from BMW. So there we go, BMW Tygervalley. Say the Fastlane sent you for the VIP red carpet deal. Listen, also, driving force, something that I can't get away from you. You haven't let me drive it. I also want to be a hot hatch driver. I see how lekker is that car.
It's cool. You know, I mean, again, we talk about the second-hand market, 2017 model for 370,000 Rand. I mean, it's a lot of car, 120,000 on the clock. But, you know, we see a lot of GDIs, you know, 5, 6, 7, 8, all of them.
Is it to drive
it's still so much fun. You know, I really enjoy it. Yeah. Great car. Good concept.
Car. Yeah. Lovely stuff. As we wrap up the Fast Lane for this week, like, subscribe, be a part of the growing community. Brought to you by BetterFi, and we'll be back with another episode next week.
Engines roaring, feel the beat. Ryan and John can't be beat on the fast lane. So sleek, gotta rev up, hit the street.